How's it going, guys? This is Malachi here with Brotherhood Outdoors, and I am getting ready to get out here and put up some mock scrapes with some Magnum scrape drippers over top of them. It is October 24th, and the days are getting colder. The bucks are moving more, so it's time to get out here and do a few more little small things that aren't too invasive, just to try to put the odds in our favor a little bit more here. And what I'm going to try is, I've got the Magnum scrape dripper that comes with the scrape scent that comes with it, and then I've got another one from last year that I couldn't find scent for, so I just bought 2 Dozen Heat, and that says it's good for scrapes too, so we're gonna try that out and see what happens. Yeah, last couple days Buck's been moving a lot more on camera, so getting a little bit closer to daylight hours. They're starting to move around 6 a.m., which just 45 minutes later, and they'd be shooting light for around here right now. So gonna try to see if we can get these set out and try to pattern them on daytime a little bit so we can tag a buck here soon. So yeah, let's get out here. I'll show you what I do, and one more little tactic that I try to do the last couple years I've been trying to do to put the odds in my favor and try to pattern those deer that I'm looking to take. So see you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back in the woods here, and I was just gonna pick up a camera that's right behind me on this food plot. And when I was just checking next to this, I got the stand right up there, and just came here. I'm just right next to the ladder. Just wanted to see, just peek over here and see how this trail looks, and it's tore up. I mean, there's already scrapes on it. There's tracks all through here. There's a few small trees that are just shredded down here at the end of it. So what I'm gonna try doing is, I might actually put a camera and a scrape dripper on like this arch right here. Just hang it down right there, because here, let me show you. It's already got a little bit of leaves on it. I mean, the leaves are raining right now. This is the time they're falling the most. But I mean, this without a shadow of a doubt, scraping activity. Here, I mean, just look at the way the ground's worked. Long strokes, 2 little side-by-side divots, long. Paw starts down, works its way back like that. It's 100% buck scrape. Not a very big one, 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot, but for October 24th, just shows you things are starting to heat up here in the Midwest. So I'm going to get a scrape situated here, and I'll get back to you guys after I show you the end result. Okay guys, the original little scrape is right here. I kind of buried it. What I'm doing now is I'm making a mock scrape, and I'm going to hang a scrape dripper on this limb right here. And so what I'm doing is I just took this gravel right here. I just worked it up and removed the leaves and the grass and whatever weeds around. Rake them out. Make it look a little bit like it was tore up and the dirt was kind of thrown like. This is what I'm going to use, this right here. I've used these before. Once you start using them, the deer really do start hitting these. And this is a spot that gives me a 15-yard shot, which a little bit close, but it's it's the best option I have for this stand, which gets some of the most of our buck activity this time of year. So I'm going to put the scrape dripper up, and then when it's up in the tree here, we'll be good to go. And hopefully within the next week or so, I'll have some bucks patterning on this, and I'll be able to show you guys some trail cam photos. One more thing, guys. When you unpackage this stuff out in the woods, don't leave your trash behind. Put it in a bag. If you can't put it in your bag, shove it in your pockets. Do what you gotta do to make sure you're not leaving this stuff behind. Thanks. Pretty self-explanatory. You just, take this off, dump this in, flip it over, tie it on the limb. You're good to go. If you have any extra that's just dripping out, you can just lay it on the ground upside down, let it drip out onto the scrape while you're hanging this up. Or just put it upside down on a limb. And that's how you hang the Magnum scrape dripper. Now this will instantly start dripping after it gets a little bit of time to build up with the sunlight, because this drips according to condensation. So in the morning, sunlight starts beaming onto this thing, it'll create condensation, it'll push some of that scent out, drop it right onto the scrape. Every morning, even if you're not there, this thing's keeping your deer, coming back here like clockwork. So perfect. I love the thing. This was just a great idea to come out with one of these, so you don't need to go out to the woods and put up a scent wick or drop some scent on your scrape every time you want to try to bring in a deer. And then by the time you come back, a few days, you put it out on the weekend while you're there hunting. The deer doesn't realize it's there for a couple days. You're in the middle of your work week, you come back, it's not fresh anymore. So this really solves a lot of problems for guys that are looking to pattern some deer at the daytime. So Magnum scrape dripper, love it. And I got another one for you guys. I'm going to show you what that one is. That one's not in the woods. This is actually just off a food plot next to a river system. The other one is back on an alfalfa field. So we'll get back here and I'll show you guys how that goes. You know how I said I set this upside down on a limb so it could drip out? All the scent's gone, but don't forget the bottle. Like I said, please keep your trash out of the woods. Nobody appreciates it, even if it's your own land. Do the respectful thing and, steward what you have, keep this stuff out. One more thing I want to add in here real quick, guys. I usually put a trail camera overlooking my scrapes. So there you go, trail camera, scrape, 5 steps behind me, not even, tree stand. Real easy to get to, you don't have to bust any deer out of the way. Just grab the card, get up in your stand, scroll through the pictures, and get excited for your hunt. So perfect. So here's a field I'm going to be using today for this second scrape dripper. Got a little hidden pocket back in there. So they like to run this edge. There's a lot of good scrape limbs right here, and this is the best spot almost every single time a buck hits this field in peak rut, pre-rut, doesn't matter, they hit this. So what I'm going to do is right here on this limb, right there, I'm going to do a Magnum scrape dripper, and I'm going to do a mock scrape underneath of it, the one with the ribbons on it right there. So let's get to it. So I raked up the ground here and worked it so that it's easier to see the new activity on it when they start hitting this. So this spot I'm going to be using Hunter Specialties 2 Hot Does. It's their premium set. It's good for scrape, and it's good for 3 weeks in this thing. So it says it's best for rut's actually seeking chasing, but that's within the next week or so. So this will drip for 3 weeks. It'll be a good spot. Get them to think that there's actually does hitting these scrapes on a regular basis. So I'm gonna put this in the scrape dripper up there, and then get back to you when the product's I have the finished product. So here's the finished product. Got the ground all worked up for the scrape. With the rake, you can see the ground around it. Looks just normal. The grass, and then you got the scrape right here. And then got the scrape dripper right there, hidden back behind the main branches that they like to work up. Just keep it tucked in there just a little bit so it's not too out of the way. But that one's been there a couple years now, so they're pretty used to it. Doesn't really bother them. They've all seen it. And this is another one of my tricks and tactics, I guess more than a trick, to patterning a buck that I want to shoot that's mostly nocturnal to hitting a lot in the daytime, more consistent when the season counts most. So we either just broke it or we're about to break 300 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you guys for the support. I know to some people 300's like, you know, it's child play, but for us, I mean, we've come a long way, and we're really trying, really pushing to try to make this a better channel little by little, and try to explain a little bit more what we do, how we do it, try to get in the behind the eyes of most people so that they can see what we do, and if it'll help them out, you know what, that's awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next video, and always remember, Brotherhood Outdoors, once a sportsman, always a sportsman.